Are you a faithful or are you a traitor? And what you proved to me was you're a traitor. So thank you for proving your...
Proof, timeline, screenshots, in everything to prove.
Some people think I'm a little bit unhinged. Some people think I'm a little bit unhinged.
Hello and welcome to this channel. Let's see how unhinged Peter Monn is. And this is part 2. In this video we're going to look into how Peter treats his viewers, how he deals with comments, and we take a deeper dive into what Peter calls his haters and stalkers. So let's dive into it. As we can see in the next few examples, Peter will address some comments, but he will only address the positive ones. And when he gets to a negative comment or a critical comment, he will address those and call those haters.
Even keep that. Oh, this is the one thing I wanted to say about the people that take issue with me resting. Hold on, I got the light back on. There's not people. I think it's a person that takes an issue with me resting. I'm so proud of you for being so productive and that you only shout out your accomplishments. You should be really proud. By the way, I just want you to know that your comments come across as very passive-aggressive, and it obviously doesn't make you happy to watch my channel, but you keep on watching anyway. Smooches. Okay, so I'm saying smooches because that's what they said back to somebody else that thought that their comment was not very kind. Their response to that was smooches. So smooches to you too. Your comments that you've left on my videos are not very kind either. You've actually left several comments about the fact that I rest more than anybody that you've ever known. I actually looked on here to see, and at my video. So if you go to the top of any YouTube channel, it'll tell you how many videos there are. And so I have made 2.4 thousand vlogs. There's 2.4 thousand vlogs on here. So if I ever take off a day, there's 2,400 vlogs that you can go find, right? But I actually went in and I'm like, okay, so I've been vlogging for 7 years and 2 months, right? And so that comes out to 86 months. If you divide 2,400 by 86 months, it actually comes to 27.9 vlogs a month, okay? Not to mention that I took 3 months off after the accident, and I took a month off after pancreatitis and a week off after Pee-Pee passed away. Now, since the accident, I've taken off a day here and a day there, right? But what's interesting about this is, to the person or one or two or three out there that have issues with me taking breaks or whatever, because the majority of you out there are like, Peter, take a day. You deserve a day. Take a day, right? The fact that I'm filming or have filmed in my entirety on this channel 27.9, which is actually, let's just say 28 vlogs a month, and there are between 30 and 31. Camera stopped, the battery stopped. And there are between 30 and 31 days in most months, obviously, means that I'm taking off a day or two a month. How many days do you take off from your job? Oh, by the way, I have multiple channels that I film on several times a day, and I don't think it really matters whether I edit it or not. I'm still putting those things up there. It's not like off my spectrum that there are people that have watched me for a long time and then for some reason like they don't like me anymore or whatever, right? And then I also know that there are people that have watched me for a long time and they're very comfortable with how they say things. I'm literally like probably talking to like 2 or 3 people out there when I say this, and they don't even comment on a regular basis always, right? But I struggle really hard with blocking people, okay? I just want to make that clear. Like, you know, I say a lot in my videos that I don't really delete comments. I don't really delete comments. Like, to the point where I would delete a comment, I typically, and I will tell you when I do delete a comment. Like, the other day I was making a video, and somebody made the comment about, like, they had called authorities and stuff like that. That's not coming from my video. I don't want that coming from my video, and I deleted the comment. I'm not saying that I don't, like, I understand why the person did what they needed to do and stuff like that, but, like, I don't ever want to be blamed for that coming from my video, you know what I mean? So that was, like, why I deleted that comment. When people leave, like, really harsh comments towards other people, like, if they come for each other, like, in the comment sections, like, I'll delete that comment. But I very rarely ever delete comments. That doesn't really happen a lot in my videos. Unless it's like a really like firm stance about somebody and somebody will be like, well, that's just my opinion. The other person will be like, well, F you about your opinion. No, that's not going to happen. I'll delete the comment, but I won't block the person. But the thing is that when you read enough comments in a row, you kind of remember who those people are, you know? And so typically when it's like the same person that just kind of like, their comments are always really very negative or nasty, like you keep on remembering it, right? So at some point, I don't typically, and I'm not talking just about on this channel, I'm talking about on any of my channels. I don't typically delete the comment. I just end up blocking the person is what I do. Just to make that very, very clear. And I've always said on this vlog, I want to make this clear so everybody understands it. I mean, people all the time accuse me of deleting comments on my drama channel. I very rarely, I mean, if your comment is not showing up over there, it's because I do not think that it is safe for the well-being of other people. If your comment is deleted but you're not blocked from my channel, it's because I think that you're being cruel to somebody, or I don't think, you know, whatever. I don't take comments off there that I don't agree with their opinions, ever. Whatever people's opinions are, if they can say it in a nice way, or, you know, in just a stated way, that's your opinion. I don't delete those comments. I don't know why people think I do. People from time to time will be like, I don't know why my comment's showing up. And I'm like, I literally can see your comment. So I don't know why you think it's not showing up, but it's showing up. Or people will say, like, my video's not, like, I don't know why my comment's not going through. I didn't say anything bad. First of all, I think y'all know, like, I don't read comments that quickly. I mean, it takes me a good 24 hours. So when people are, like, leaving comments and, like, 5 minutes later they're being deleted, like, I'm not like this on my comments. I know some people that are, but I'm just not like that. So I probably don't even see the comments for, like, a good 24 hours, right? I used to be pretty good about that, but, like, I'll take, like, an hour out of each day and, like, read comments off my videos. Like, if a comment comes across and somebody says something that's, like, kind of like, I'm not talking about snarky or funny or shady to me or whatever. That's cool, okay? We can all be a little shady, right? But when the comment is very, like, judgmental and very, like the tone is kind of a little off-putting, in all honesty, like, for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm not saying this to be shitty, but when... And this always happens. When people leave a comment and they're like, Peter, I have watched you for a really long time, or I have loved watching you for a long time, but, and then the but is followed by, let me just shred you to pieces. That don't work for me, okay? I don't care that somebody's watching me for a long time. Most of my haters have watched me for a very long time. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you I've watched Peter forever. I know everything about him. My haters probably know more about me than the people that like to watch my videos, if you want to know the truth. So that whole starting a comment with, I've loved you forever, but, that don't mean a lot to me. I'm just going to be honest with you. Hey, thanks for watching me for a long time. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you watch me for so long. But I don't... The shredding me thing, and this is the thing, it's like, if it's one comment, because I can go in and see all the comments, right? So if somebody says to me something in a comment and they're like, Peter, I just don't really understand this, and I don't really understand that, like, in a comment, or like, why you said this, or what you said kind of like hurt my feelings, or blah, 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 whatever. And I go back, and like, the last comment is like, oh yeah, I love that TV show too. And then like 2 comments before that, it's like, oh, thank you for sharing the story about your mom. My mom was the same way. And the comment before that is like, Peter, you kind of said something that I don't agree with. Like, that to me is kind of how people typically leave comments. But when I read a comment, and this is the thing, especially over here, by now, I pretty much know everybody that consistently leaves comments. And so when I see somebody's name comes up, and I'm like, okay, this person has kind of left some... And this is where it's hard for me, right? Like, I am like trying to give the benefit of the doubt that maybe this person just doesn't know how to speak to other people, or how to communicate what they're trying to say, or maybe it's coming across wrong in a comment. So it takes a long time for me to block somebody especially on this channel, right? But when I start seeing it come up over and over and over again, and it's like every comment that you leave, and it's typically people that do it like across the board on my channels, when they do it over and over and over again, I've had enough. So, and I'm not telling anybody that they have to kiss my ass, right? But there's a way to speak to people, you know, like, it just kind of surprises me, and I'm just addressing this because it's like something that I noticed just recently, a couple days ago, that somebody that was like, every video that they comment on, it's like, the tone of it is like so nasty. I'm like, you either don't know how to speak to people, or you really don't like me, is what it is. And if you really don't like me, then you don't need to be leaving comments on my videos anymore. Like, that on my vlog, that's how I made it very clear for a long time. I'll block whoever I want to block over here. Especially when you're going to start talking about very serious topics in my life, when you're passing judgment on my marriage, you're passing judgment on how I've dealt with things with the accident, you're passing judgment on my relationships with Tanya, you're passing judgments on whatever. Like, no, we're not going there, okay? And I don't know if you were raised in a cave, and I'm talking now to like 2 or 3 people. I don't know if you were raised in a cave, but I don't know if you were raised in a cave, and I'm talking now. I don't know if you were raised in a cave, and I don't know if you were raised in a cave, and I'm talking. That's not how you speak to people, you know? Same person commented and said something about like, you know, whatever. And finally I just was like, what's going on here? And this was, to be honest with you, what was weird about it was, this was like probably like a week ago or something like that. What was weird about it was all in one day, and it was somebody that I had noticed had watched my videos for a while. I have not blocked this person yet. I just went because I'm like, I just don't know if this person really knows how to communicate with people. Is that what's going on here? Or like they don't really realize like what they're saying? Because there's a couple people out there that have been like sent me like just beautiful emails and stuff, but like their comments like don't. I'm like maybe they just don't see the translation of it. You know, maybe it's being lost in translation. Like what they think is concern is coming across, but would you blatantly call somebody a liar, right? Back in the day, it was like the same tone of the comment from the same person. I mean, I saw their picture. I know who they are. You know, like they're in the Vloggerina group. I went in there months ago and looked them up because they had said something to me, and I went and looked up their real person. It's a real person out there. You know, they're not a hater. They're not a stalker. They just don't know how to speak to people, obviously, like that. The other thing I want to make this very, very clear, like with the comments, right? Like, when I talk about like my weight and stuff like that, and people say things to me like, "Oh, I'm disappointed. Like you were doing so well," whatever, like that. Those comments don't hurt my feelings. I get on here and I share my life. I know that people are going to have opinions about it. You know, I don't need people to kiss my ass. When people say things like, you know, like, "Oh, like this really upset me," or like, "I'm confused about what you meant by this," or whatever. You know, like. Those comments, especially from people that have watched me for a long time, but that's what I was saying at the beginning. It's like when that comment, and then the comment before it was, "Oh, I love that TV show too," or the comment before that is like, "Oh no, I hated that TV show. I can't believe you're even watching it," you know? Or somebody will correct me, but then somebody will say, "Oh my God, this got me laughing so hard when you were talking about it." It's like a mixture of, it's like, okay, well, isn't that how it is when you watch anything online, that you have a mixture of opinions about it? You know, I can watch, so it's not about, you know, ass kissing comments or whatever. This is where the haters always go with this. They always go, "Oh, Peter, if you don't kiss his ass, then you can't leave comments on his videos." It's not about that at all. It's about being cutthroat about my life, you know? What that makes me realize is people that think that there are people out there that go to those links to lie about everyday stuff in their life are people that lie about everyday stuff in their life because they're really that sick. And if you're really that sick, okay, that you're that consumed with the fact that you think that I'm lying about those things, I don't want you watching my channel. Or you can watch it, but you're not going to comment on it. Because that's scary to me. That really is. And it's pathetic, honestly, if you want to know the truth. Well, you'll know. Learn how to speak to people, or I guess if you don't care, then you don't care if you're blocked. I don't know. But anyway, but to the rest of you out there, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you. And you don't have to kiss my ass. Don't feel like you have to kiss my ass at all. And if you're gonna leave a comment that's like critical or whatever, please do not feel like you need to leave. I love you, but okay, just be like, "Hey, listen, dude, I'm on this weight loss journey with you, and I'm walking every day. There's no reason why you can't get your ass out there and walk too. My feelings are hurt, okay? Like, I can handle that. That's how my friends and I talk to each other. I can handle that from you guys." Oh, 1 hour ago. Tia! Hey, Tia girl! How are you doing? Okay. Amazing Andy said, "Didn't you just put out a series of videos outlining how you had a revelation about not caring what people say, yet you're still dedicating time to addressing your haters?" No, actually, I didn't put out a series. I put out one video. It was on my Peter Monn channel, which I think you should know because you watch a lot of my videos. The video was called "I've Reached My Breaking Point." It wasn't a series. It was one video. And I actually said in that video that I'll probably continue to talk about it from time to time because I'm like, it's an onward journey and things like that. So, yeah. It's a struggle, you know, it's a struggle when people say things, but I wanted to address this one comment down here. Where is it at? Somebody said, "Your vlogs are enjoyable. Honestly, when you focus on some negative rest comment, we all lose out on great Peter vlog material." And I want to say I really appreciate that comment. And then there was a follow-up comment, and the comment was, it says, "Or it feels like we're the ones getting yelled at and we didn't do nothing." So... let me be really, let me be real forthright with you, okay? So I kind of didn't really know what to do about it. The rest comment, what was interesting to me about this was, so I mentioned in my video about the rest comment, and then the person like doubled down and left a comment, right? And then in that comment that they doubled down when they made a dig, okay? This is what some people do out there, so I'll make this real clear. So when the people that, they don't really like me, but for some reason they can't stop watching me, which is what I call hate watching, okay? And listen, I know that a lot of people out there love watching my videos and they feel like, the last comment that the person left that I just commented on, that was a very genuine comment. I know that it was, okay? What it said, that it feels like I'm taking time away from you, that is a very genuine comment. I just want to say I really, really appreciate that. Hold on just a second. Where you said, "Your vlogs are enjoyable. Honestly, when you focus on some negative rest comment, we all lose out on great I appreciate that comment. So I'm going to address this last time, and then hopefully, going forward, I don't address it again. Okay, so I got this comment. There were two comments that I got. The comment was about triggering, okay? When you look up things about trigger warnings and whatever online, it's, applying that to mental health, okay, and that people put trigger warnings and things because it is triggering to people's traumatic experiences. It's triggering to people's mental health issues, okay? I take the word trigger, warning, triggering very, very seriously, all right? When I talked about that in a video, there were a lot of people that commented on it, and they said, you know, that word is overplayed in society. I completely agree with that, all right? I completely agree with the fact that that word is overused, just like I feel like the word bullying is overused, and so it's diminished, all right? This is going to be the last time I address it. I don't enjoy addressing the negative comments either, and yesterday I almost did, and then I thought, no, just let somebody walk right into it, okay? And so, because there's a couple people that have left some comments, they even left the comments on the videos yesterday, that have left comments on threads that have been sent to me and things like that, and listen, okay? The fact that you're not blocked from my channel yet is a mystery. So what I'm just going to do from now on, you know, is, like, hold on a second, what was Andy's comment up here? Andy said, ooh, why can't I get to the comments? Okay. Andy's comment was, didn't you just put out a series of videos outlining how you had a revelation about not caring what people say, yet you still dedicating time to addressing your haters? So from now on, I'll just block the people, okay, that I've seen that have left comments. People have sent me these things, right, that have left questionable comments on my videos for years and years and years. When you find yourself blocked from my channel, I'm not going to address it anymore. I won't. I don't enjoy addressing it, okay? I'll just block those people. But I had received, I commented about the triggering thing, right? Well, what was interesting was that I think on that same video I had said something about somebody saying that I rest too much. So then somebody doubled down and they left this comment, and their comment was, okay, and this is where it's tricky, is that people, because they know that a lot of people that watch my vlogs read the comments, okay? And so what they do is then they try to coerce the conversation in the comment sections. I'm just saying this to prove the lengths that people go to, okay? And then what they say is, like, they try to kind of, like, blame me a little bit, like it. And so what this person said was, it makes me really sad that you reacted to that triggering comment the way that you did. Basically making it out to be that I'm the person that's in the wrong, okay? But then if you go back and you read their comment, the last thing that they said on their comment was something to the effect of, like, and then they try to make it like they love watching my videos. And then what they said was, the very last part of their paragraph that they left was saying something about on the days that you film, except for the days that you take off and rest. Well, when I hit their thing to go see their past comments, what I realized was they were the person that had been leaving several negative comments on my videos. And they were also the person that left the comment that said, you rest more than anybody that I know. So yesterday when I said that in the video, and they were also, because somebody said something to them about, like, this person that defended me, I was defending them. They were the one that person got snarky back to another person in my comment section and said smooches. That's why I brought that up in that video yesterday, okay? But I just want to make this clear, because I'm not stupid, all right? But I'm not going to comment on it anymore either. So when I see this stuff, this is me explaining to you how you get blocked on my channel, all right? So where was the comment? So, like, there's a couple people that I've watched for a long time. So this person leaves this comment, your vlogs are enjoyable. Honestly, when you focus on some negative rest comment, we all lose out on great Peter Monn material. I thought that was very nice. Go to look at the comments. The comments are all over the place. They're very positive. They're supportive. Some of them are questioning. Some of them are asking me things. But this is somebody that's watching for a long time. Then there's this comment underneath there that says, or it feels like we're the ones getting yelled at, and we didn't do nothing. So that person now is leading the conversation, right? And that has 4 likes on it. Of how, now what they're saying is they feel like. So when you go to this person's comments, what you see is, they've left 2 comments on this vlog. They're an avid vlog watcher, but they've only left 2 comments. And 7 years of vlogging. And the 2 comments that they've left are that one and another one that they left on the very same video and said exactly, mentioning them at all just betrays the fact that their barbs have hit their mark. Personally, I would maybe feature a poster of the day where I mention someone who had made me laugh or encouraged me or educated me or touched my heart, etc. and never refer to haters again. Well, that's okay, so I won't. And I won't, I mean, you've left 2 comments on my channel, and both of your comments are the only 2 comments you've ever left on my channel at all. So it's very interesting to me. I think I focus on a daily basis, talking about Stacy recommending this book to me, Sharon sending me stuffed animals. I read a lot of positive comments on here. I talk about Tia messaging me and sending me really nice things. But this is, you know, my life, and this is my vlog, and I just wanted to explain to you that yesterday's vlog was a little bit of me like, let's see who comes out and has something to say about this. Because it's interesting to me that there are some people that only come out when I do mention something negative. And you did. And I just want to say I appreciate that. Because there have been some people that I've been kind of like wondering for a while, like, are you a faithful? or are you a traitor? And what you proved to me was you're a traitor. So thank you. Are you a faithful or are you a traitor? And what you proved to me was you're a traitor. So thank you for proving yourself to me, okay? The other thing that I've said, and I've said this before, is like, I don't really know in like people's tones, like, is it just you don't really know how to talk to somebody in the real world? And you don't, like, you struggle with that? Or is it, like, your tone comes across as difficult or whatever? But I'm just going to block people from now on, okay? When I've seen your name come up other places, I won't address the hate anymore. I won't address the negativity. I'll do the best I can. I can tell you, I'm a real person, and I even said in my series of videos, that was one video that I did, I said over there, I'll probably fall back and talk about it maybe next week, I hope not, maybe in 4 or 5 days. If you go back and watch the video, that's what I said. I knew in saying that, if I came out in that video and I said I'll never talk about it again, I knew that was a flat-out lie because I knew it would take 2 days and it would deal, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with when you get it coming from Instagram DMs and Twitter DMs and emails and people are sending you constant. That's why I said don't send me receipts. Don't, okay? But some people out there, like your name's all over places on threads that you've left comments and I don't know why. You think I'm consumed with hate, but and that I'm making, all these videos about it and whatever, but you're obviously consumed with something because you're not just watching my vlogs, you're taking the time out of your day to go search out threads where people are talking about me that are hating me and spreading negativity, and you're commenting over there. You're setting up whole accounts so that you can comment over there. Who's consumed with who, right? So I'll make y'all a deal, okay? Just so you know, I wanted to see who came out on that video. That's what I was talking about. Plus, I also wanted to defend the person that was defending me, that person got so snarky with and said smooches back to. I thought that was rude to that person. And that was actually the person that said to me, Peter, I feel like when you focus on the negativity, you're taking away from what we like in the vlog. And I want to say thank you to you. I can't talk about negativity or hate that I'm getting online. Why? Am I pushing some buttons? Or do the people like that? And that's what other people say. They'll say they love when you're talking about them. I know that. Trust me. And they fall right into my trap. And I'm not stupid because as soon as I talk about it, it all flares up. And then I can see who's talking about it, right? And then I know who to block. I'm not stupid. So just so you know that if I talk about it in a video or if I say something about it, it's to some degree. Last week when I came out and said that I was done with it, that was not. That was me just throwing it all out and saying this is where I'm at. But I am done with it. But I'm a work in progress. It's not like I'm going to be there tomorrow. It's not like I'm like the person that only sings out my accomplishments and not my failures, I learn more. I put this thing up. Hold on, I think I put it on my Instagram last night because I love this. Somebody said, this is something I've talked about the last couple months specifically, but it's something I've been living with, like, since I've been on YouTube. And she said, the online hate that I've received, the DMs that I've gotten, the comments that I've gotten, from people that, and she called them keyboard warriors. She said people that are sitting behind fake profile pictures and names that, like, they're not putting their real name out there or anything about them, but they're attacking us when we have our name and our families and our stories online. It's, like, really sad. She's like, I'm not used to this. Like, I don't live online. I'm not used to this. And Joey, the Bachelor, is very nice. He's like, you didn't do anything to deserve that. And Jesse's very nice. But it brings up this whole conversation. And Jesse asked the other women, he's like, how many of you have received online hate? And almost all of them raised their hand, right? When they're sharing even bits and pieces of horrific things that I've gone through, and they don't know the truth, and they're stealing bits and pieces of my story, whether it has to do with my relationship with my husband, or whether it has to do with the accident that I was in, and what they think happened, and whether or not they think that I deserve forgiveness or not. These people out there that dislike me so much over an opinion that I have about somebody, you can see it, because what they'll say is, I liked Peter until he started talking about this person, and I'm like, so you hate me so much. You think I'm such a horrific person because of an opinion that I have. You support people, okay, that go to websites and go to Twitter and go to these links to expose very personal pieces of my life. People that have really been intrusive to my personal life, on every level. And then those people say, that's not true, it's not happening. And I'm like, yes, and you're the ones doing it, and I have the proof to show it, because you put it online. It's literally there for anybody to see it, right? The really sad part of it is, though, that I've been online for so long that at some point you become immune to it. And that's what started to happen to me. Right? Then when I talk about it in a video, people go crazy and they're like, why do you focus on the negativity? Well, I have to ask the question, how do you not focus on the negativity? That's a good question. I've talked about Jaclyn Hill, and I've talked about her lipsticks. That was a career choice that she made based on the following that she had. God forbid I make a joke about a hairy lipstick, okay? God forbid I make a joke about Jeffree Star and some piss-ass apology that he makes, and then he turns around in a TikTok event and is calling people a bunch of slurs, okay? God forbid I say that, God forbid I respond to anything that these people put out there in the world. But then I have to defend myself about very personal things that I have never even talked about on camera, and most of which are never even true. You know, people sending people here, sending people there. I'm like, yeah, those things are filled with lies, okay? I am such a simple man living in Indiana that has had, it's baffling to me, right? And people don't want to believe that this is true, but it is. They don't want to believe that my vets are contacted, that my friends are contacted and emailed, okay? That their businesses are emailed, that their employers are emailed, that my physicians, my vets, people that I interact with, boards that I have sat on, have all had emails. They all contact me and let me know the second that it happens. It's all happened. It's all been intrusive. You know, I mean, it's on a level that you don't understand. And so if I ever get in a video and I talk about it, I get a lot of people saying, well, you really should, you're giving them the attention that they want. Okay, well, I don't talk about it, and then it just explodes all over the place and more people are talking about it. When you stand behind a fake picture and a fake name, or multiple fake pictures and fake names, okay? And you have an opinion about somebody else, that opinion don't mean shit to me, all right? Those people out there that have their face and their names and have opinions about me, I respect them. I have mad respect for them, okay? At least they're standing with their full chest and their full name, they're having their opinion about me. I respect that. Make fun of me, make parodies about me, have your opinion about me. I'm totally fine with that, right? You know, I don't take any issue with that. Have your opinion about me. I have my opinion about a lot of people. But when you hide behind something, no, you're weak is what you are. You're weak and you're pathetic is what you are. And so that's how I feel about it. And that's why I wanted to focus going into 2024 on the positive. But man, it's hard. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard. And the more I have to deal with it, I feel like it comes up all over the place, you know? I was watching this last night and I thought, I'm going to go into my videos with more intention, you know? I'm going to share what I know. I'm going to respond to what people put out there online, but I'm going to go into my videos with more intention, you know? And I hope that other people out there do the same. And like I said, I have a lot of opinions about people. I don't mind that people have opinions about me. When you put out misinformation out there, that's a completely different story, okay? When you're putting misinformation out there, or you're allowing misinformation to remain, or you're pointing people in directions where there is misinformation out there that says things, for example, that the car accident that I was involved in was because of distracted driving, which is absolutely false, as proven by medical records and a police investigation. It's actually defamation, and you endorsing that is proving that it's defamation. I just want to make that very, very clear. And I'm not fucking around with that. I'm tired of it, okay? And, you know, for a long time, I didn't talk about things to do with the accident and all that kind of stuff because I wanted to respect the families that were involved. And I can still do that, and I can talk about my experience with the accident and the bullshit that I received behind the ends of people literally attacking me and saying, you got what you deserved, it was karma, blah, blah. It was karma that I was in a car accident, okay? Where people were injured and some man died and I had 2 seizures, all right? And I have to live with that every day, the guilt and the remorse. That was my karma for having an opinion about Trisha fucking Paytas. Get over it, okay? That's disgusting that you would even think that way. If you are that way, you need to unplug your computer, turn off your iPhone, get off the iPad, and unplug, okay? Because that is disgusting that you would even think that somebody deserves karma like that based on an opinion. That's ridiculous to me, okay? This video did not turn into what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to do these Q&As. Woo! That's called being genuine, okay? That's putting out there what you have to say about the world. You know, like I said, I don't have a problem with people that have their full face, their name, and everything have an opinion about me. I have mad respect for that, in all honesty, you know? I have mad respect for that. What I don't respect is when people want to come and dive into my life and hide behind a picture, and then I have to find out who you are through other sources, and you're some buddy with 3 kids and a husband living in the middle of, you know, Minnesota or somewhere, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Why the fuck are you bothered with me? That's what's confusing with me, right? Anybody that makes a video about me, I used to say I watched all those videos. I don't anymore. I really don't, you know? People send them to me. Please don't send the videos to me. You know, I saw this one come up the other day, and that was the only reason I watched it, because I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, this is interesting, right? But I don't really typically say horrific shit about you. And like I said, you know, whenever I say this on a vlog, people are like, you're just giving them what you want when you talk about it. Well, I know. As soon as I make this video and I post it, they'll come out and they're going to live for this, right? They live for this. But I'm not going to stay silent. Because, to be honest with you, the people that don't like me, they talk about me whether I address it, they talk about me whether I don't address it, so it doesn't really matter. But this, I mean, this is like a buffet for them. They will live for this all day long, right? Because they feed on the negativity. Feed on it, baby. Choke on it. I hope you do. I hope you choke on this all day long, okay? With your sad, pathetic life that you literally live online behind fake accounts 24 hours a day because you're so miserable in your own life that you have to put that off on somebody else. Baby, hold that mirror up to yourself, okay? I'm not going to get on Jaclyn Hill and be like, oh, I love my haters. I don't love my haters. I think they're evil, horrible, miserable people, okay? I feel for them. I feel for them that they are such sad, pathetic people that they can't find happiness in their own life, that they have to be destructive to other people's lives, okay? To be open about it. I felt obligated to be protective of them because I didn't feel like they had a right to be brought into it when they never asked to be online. When people would post the names and when people would post obituaries and things like, I think that's disgusting. Those people never asked to be involved in this just because of this random situation that caused such horror to their lives. They never asked for that, okay? Yeah, I am painting a picture of how horrific these haters are. And they send people over to this. Have you seen what it says about Peter over here? Have you seen about what it says about Peter over here? That my marriage is failing, that I lied in this vlog about that I was in this horrible accident, speculating about that, speculating about... I mean, people threw up literally court documents saying that I was being sued for wrongful death suits. I'm like, you're so stupid you didn't even read the paperwork. They're insurance claims, okay? That are common in any accident. Do you not fucking know that? And you're throwing it up and going, oh, Peter's posting videos left and right to try to make money to pay off this wrongful death lawsuit. They're insurance claims. You look like an idiot is what you do. You're willing to use anything, okay? You're willing to use the worst day of my life and other people's lives, okay, against me because you hate me on such a deep level. You need help. You need to find a therapist and you need to find a fucking hobby. Find some crochet needles and get at it and make an Afghan, okay? You're sick. You need help. Seriously. I'm not Regina George, okay, but you are obsessed with somebody that you have never even met. I mean, it's weird to me, you guys. I've had some weird opinions about public figures out there, okay? I haven't said enough that I deserve that. No, I don't. And then they say, oh, he's not being stalked. What the fuck do you call that? Seriously? What do you call that? Those websites that you point people to, they're the people that are going in and being intrusive to my life, calling my doctor's offices. The information's on those places that you're sending people to. You know, when you're allowing comments in your comment sections, or in a thread on Twitter to say, oh, yeah, you're letting this comment. I would never let a comment stay on my video of mine like that, okay? Where it says, oh, it was distracted driving. Everybody in town knows that. Everybody in town knows that it was not distracted driving, that it was absolutely a medical emergency. It was a breakthrough seizure, okay? My neurologist is the up-known neurologist in Indianapolis. Number one in his game. I've seen him ever since I got diagnosed with epilepsy, all right? So I guess you're disagreeing because you're somebody out there with a fake name and 25 fake profiles. You know more than the leading neurologist in the Midwest, the police detective of the Fishers, and everybody else that was in this situation. You know more to throw that in my face because you hate me so much? You're sick. You need to find some love in your life, you know? Like, it's weird to me. It's weird. He takes too many naps, he sleeps too much, he watches too much TV, he doesn't watch enough TV, he makes too many videos, he doesn't make enough videos, he's too lazy. It's like, okay, you have lost it at this point. You're literally like, oh, he ate cottage cheese, he doesn't eat enough cottage cheese, you know, he got Cheesecake Factory, he gets Cheesecake Factory too much, he doesn't eat healthy, he eats too healthy, he takes too many walks, he doesn't take too many walks, he takes enough walks, you know? Don't take a nap, take a walk, don't take a nap, don't take a walk, you need to rest more, you need to rest less. I mean, it's nuts, right? And it's like insanity on a level that I really don't get it. And I think I don't get it because I really don't watch YouTube that way. I don't watch TikTok, Instagram that way. And honestly, I just don't. I know people don't find that hard to believe. I literally pick out a topic for the day. Usually somebody else, let me get back to my notes, but I think some people think I'm a little bit unhinged about this. Eat smooches. Okay.